YouTube, this is another dubstep co-project tutorial. Today we're going to be learning how to create the drop slash climb. So I've already created one here. I'm going to show you how it sounds. Dubstep co-project. Okay, so we're going to start out first with this instrument. Now what I did is, here, I'll create a new one. So you create a new track by clicking this button down here and then click on software instrument. Then you go to this menu. You're going to click on the eye, edit, and click on where it says piano. Then come all the way up here to analog mono. Click on the box, and then this will come up. The only thing you want to touch here is the glide. Bring this up all the way to 95. Then you don't need it anymore. So you'll get this sound. Alright, so I used two notes, but the same note in a different octave. So I'll record this. To get that. So next thing that I did was I came down to this over here, this little box. I clicked it to add an effect, and I added vocal transformer. Then what I did was I came back to the instrument, click the drop down arrow, click where track volume is, add automation, and you go to vocal transformer. Check pitch and sound. Okay. Then make sure they are on, both of them. Okay. And start both at 0 or -24. Then click the end of 4 measures and drag it all the way up to +24. Do the same exact thing for sound. Oops. Why won't this work? Okay. Then end of the measure all the way up to 24. And somehow my thing got deleted. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the volume. So I'm going to do the same thing, click on where it says sound, track volume, make sure it's on, drag it down to about -33. Okay. Or 35 actually. Then for each one of these little dashes right here, these, drag it up a little tiny bit, and then right around the end drag it way up. Okay, and that's about it for that instrument. So you'll get this sound. Alright, that's about it. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to come down to this little loop. Then I've already typed in, you're going to type in waterfall in the search menu. Click enter, and then big waterfall will come up. Drag it straight into your project and match it up to 4 measures. Then this one's about the easiest. So you click the little drop down arrow. Click track volume, make sure it's on, drag the volume down, and do about the same volume effect that you did for the piano. So drag it up a little bit each time, and then about right by the end, drag it up a lot. So it'll sound like this. Okay, and together they sound like this. All right. The next thing that I did was I added the drum track. So you create a new instrument down here, software instrument, and drum kits, techno kit, and then you press command and click to add the new box. So what you do is you go down to octave C1 by scrolling, press command and click, and you're going to click 4 times on the 4 measures. So highlight all of these, turn it all the way up to 127, and you'll get this sound. Okay, now do that again by going up to the top corner of this track, clicking and dragging, and this squiggly thing will come up. Next, you're gonna command click again, create a new one, and put 4 notes in like you did before. Then the next thing you're going to do is put a note in between each of these notes. Okay. Turn the velocity up to 127. And then it'll sound like this. And then for the last one, command click, a new box will come up. And for every space in this box, you're going to click and add a note. Okay. Click and drag, and all these should be 127. So then once you have that done, we'll listen to it. All right, last part of this, what I did was I added a real instrument, create, and I simply said a couple words. Here, I'm going to drag this one down that I created. This is all I said. Dubstep co-project. All right. And obviously, when you're ready to record, you just press record and say what you want to say. So, for example, how are you? And you'd shorten that to how you want it to be. And drag it right after the drop. So, how are you? And then it sounds like that. So, and you actually want to turn up the volume on this to make it pretty loud. So, another thing you can do with this is edit, add a vocal transformer like you did before, and do the automation again, drop down arrow, track volume, add automation, vocal transformer, pitch and sound, and you want to turn both of them on. And I like to start at normal because then it sounds too deep. Turn it all the way up to 24 at the end of the box. Do the same for the pitch. And then it sounds like this.
How are you?
Okay, that is about it for this tutorial. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching.
Eso es.
you?